You have created your coaching program. You have decided the price. You have posted about it. Maybe you have even spoken to a few potential clients, but nobody is buying. And now that dangerous thought enters your mind. Maybe people don't want what I have. No, not so fast. Before you change your niche, slash your price, or create another course, check these five problems. Because your offer may not be bad, it may simply be difficult to buy. And number four is the mistake I see many experienced professionals make precisely because they know too much. Hi, I am Pradeep Ghosh. I help experienced mid career professionals transition from career to coach and build predictable client pipelines using ethical sales systems. And today we are going to diagnose your offer like a doctor would diagnose a patient. Not how can I make this sound more impressive, but where exactly is the buying decision breaking down. For more such business audit, subscribe to my channel Solutions Launch Up, where I break down complex business problems and present the solution in a simple way so as to it does not feel overwhelming. Now let's continue. Problem number one. Your offer is about you. Look at your offer page. Look at your pitch. Look at your social media. How many times do you say, my program includes, I teach, my framework, my modules, my community? Versus, you will be able to, you will solve, you will build, and you will become. Your customer is not buying your curriculum, they are buying movement from one situation to another. So instead of saying you receive 12 modules, 30 videos, and 8 worksheets, try saying by the end of this program, you will have clarified your niche, packaged your first offer, and created a weekly client acquisition routine. Same program, different perceived value. Sounds interesting, right? Problem number two. Your problem could be too broad. You solve something people recognize, but not something they urgently prioritize. For example, I help people unlock their potential. Potential for what? I help professionals become successful. Successful how? I help entrepreneurs grow. Grow what? When an offer is broad, your prospect has to do the thinking, and confused buyers delay decisions. Compare I help coaches grow their business with I help first time coaches build a predictable weekly pipeline of qualified client conversations. The second one gives the brain something concrete. And here's a sentence I want you to remember: specificity creates relevance. You don't need to sound bigger, You need to sound more relevant. Let's come to problem number three. The promise is not believable. Problem number three is almost the opposite. Sometimes the offer is specific, but the promise is unbelievable. Earn rupees 10 lakh in 30 days, get 100 clients without selling, build a passive income business working 15 minutes a day. Attention grabbing, maybe. Trust building, not necessary, especially for a sophisticated mid career audience. An experienced professional has spent decades seeing how the real world works. They are naturally going to ask, how? Your promise must pass what I call, can I believe myself doing this test? Not, is this theoretically possible? But can I see myself getting this result through this process? Believability is part of conversion, and sometimes a smaller, credible promise sells better than a massive, unbelievable one. Problem number four, you are teaching too much. Now, problem number four, this is especially common among experienced professionals. You know too much. 20 years of experience, hundreds of lessons, dozens of frameworks. So when you build your first program, you think, I must give them everything. No. Your client does not want 20 years of your knowledge transferred into their brain. They want one important problem solved. Imagine going into a restaurant and ordering biryani, and the waiter brings the entire kitchen. That's not valuable, that's overwhelming. Your offer should not answer, what do I know? It should answer, what does my client needs next? And if the goal is first three coaching clients, teach what helps them get their first three clients. You don't need to simultaneously teach YouTube, podcasting, paid ads, advanced funnels, book publishing, international speaking, affiliate marketing, and personal branding. These can come later. A focused transformation is easier to explain, easier to deliver, and easier to buy. That brings us to problem number five. There is no urgency to act. The prospect understands your offer. They like you. They even believe it could work, but there is no compelling reason to do so something now. I'm not talking about fake scarcity. Only two seats left when you have 97 seats available. That's not ethical. Real urgency comes from helping the prospect understand what is the cost of remaining where they are. Suppose someone says, I want to start coaching someday. Ask, what happens if someday becomes another 2 years? What opportunity are you delaying? What is the cost of continuing to depend entirely on your salary? What would change if you validated this idea while you still have your job? Urgency does not require manipulation. Sometimes clarity itself creates urgency. Your job is not to pressure the prospect. Your job is to help them see the consequences of both action and inaction. So, here is your 5-question diagnostic. Take your current offer and ask. Question number 1. Is the offer primarily talking about my content or their outcome? Question number 2. Is the problem specific enough that the right person immediately recognizes? Question number 3. Is the promise meaningful and believable? Question number 4. Have I removed everything that does not directly support the core transformation? And question number 5. Does the prospect understand why solving this problem matters now? Score yourself from 0 to 2 on each. 0 is equal to no, 1 is partially, 2 clearly yes. Maximum score 10. If you are scoring 6 or below, don't run to Facebook ads. Fix your offer first, because more traffic to a confusing offer simply creates more confused people. Let's take an example. You say 8-week personal transformation coaching program with mindset modules, accountability, goal setting, confidence development, habit building, and weekly Zoom calls. What am I buying? I'm not sure. Now, let's look at it differently. An 8-week transition program for mid career professionals who want to identify a monetizable expertise, create their first coaching offer, and start having real conversations with potential clients without resigning from your job first. Now I know who it's for, what problem we are solving, what outcome we are moving toward, and why it matters. That is what makes an offer easier to buy. And perhaps the most important takeaway is this: if people are not buying your offer, don't immediately conclude, I am not good enough. What is the wrong diagnosis? Your expertise and your offer are two different things. You can be brilliant at what you do and still packaged it badly. The solution is not necessarily more confidence. Sometimes the solution is better clarity. I have created an offer diagnostic checklist based on the 5 questions from this video. Use it to score your current offer. Before you change your price, redesign your website, or spend money on advertising. Join my VIP WhatsApp community to get the link. And if you are a mid career professional who wants to move beyond isolated tips and build the full system from expertise to offer to pipeline to ethical sales conversations, I invite you to join my Expertise Income Masterclass. For more details on the masterclass, refer to my VIP WhatsApp community. Link is in the profile. That is also your gateway to Shamushian's Launch Hub, where we are building a community of experienced professionals learning to turn their knowledge into income through ethical selling. Remember, don't ask, how can I make people buy this? Ask, how can I make the value so clear that the right person can confidently decide? That is the beginning of ethical selling. I'll see you in the next video. The next video seems to be an interesting topic for the mid career professionals: how to get coaching clients without paid ads.